Welcome to the AFC East Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight, analysis, and heavy debates on all things AFC East. From the best creators in the division, including Buffalo Bills creator Dan Mitchell, Miami Dolphins creator TD Finstock, New York Jets creator Richie from Jets Media, and finally New England Patriots creator Colby from Patriots Global. Make sure you catch the AFC East Roundtable live every Monday at 7 p.m. EST and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EST on the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel. What is up, everybody, at the AFC East Roundtable? The vibes couldn't be better because we got another show here. The best division on the internet, baby. Or is it? You never know. We're live here on the AFC East Roundtable, presented by Roundtable Sports. The Jets are on a bye, so I'm just soaking in this victory just for a little bit longer. We're going to preview Bills. We're going to preview Dolphins. We're going to preview Patriots. We got TD Finstock, Dan Mitchell, Colby, me, and we're going to talk all things AFC East, man. On Monday, I got a little testy between the two top dogs of the division, Mr. Dan Mitchell going up against Colby Cochran. Woo! What is it going to look like tonight? Let's get the boys in the house. Now, Colby's late to the party. I started the show without even Dan being backstage. Surprise, Dan. We're live.
Yeah, no, man. I saw it at 5:10, and I was like, okay, maybe I have a couple of minutes so I can go grab myself, something to drink. But hey, you know what, dude? I'm fine with a sporadic start time. Let's talk a little ball.
Let's talk a little ball. Rich, you muted.
Well,
there he is.
Yeah, but
well, we got our boy Colby in the house next up, man. We can't cut the music when Colby.
Dude, are you kidding me? Had to have a fashionably late entrance. When you're top of the AFC East, that's just what you do.
That's what we do. We start it.
What you do.
Even so we can call out the late people, even though sometimes it's all of us combined. But TD, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, but Colby just said something. It's like, man, it just keep on blowing my mind. He said a top of the AFC East. I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. Dan, Richie, myself, all the fans of the Jets, Dolphins, and Bills, how did we let this happen? How did we let this happen?
Hey, man, I'm right. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. We're getting as dark as we can possibly get so we can get to the top. We know how to get there. We're not afraid to dig deep. The Dolphins, on the other hand, TD, they're about to go on a little win streak.
How did we let the Patriots come back?
Hey, man, we shall see, man. The Patriots are living on a high. They're on a big winning streak. Their quarterback is rising while the other quarterback in the AFC East is still winning. There's a lot we're going to break down right now. Hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate everybody tuning into the show. Let's get it started. The first super chat to kick us off. Midnight Hood strikes back with the $10. I'm 46, Richie. I pay my taxes, fool. Go Bills and TD. The Dolphins suck. If you know, you know what this is in reference to. Yeah. Love this super chat.
Oh
man, that was a good.
Yeah, dude, and
that was an
absolute classic. An absolute classic. I forgot who called in. Someone pissed me off, and I was like, I'm a grown man. I pay my taxes.
I pay my taxes.
Yeah, I was like, I pay my taxes. I'm a grown man, fool. Yeah. Like, had nothing to do with like what the guy said. I don't know. I was just on one that night, apparently.
But those are things we love to see.
But look, so with TD. So you're acting like as the Patriots have a half-game lead on the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East. Like you're already handing the crown. Like you're already handing the crown.
It's a full game.
No. I just, Dan, it's not like I'm handing the crown because.
Let's not argue over semantics.
I'm not hating on the Bills. I'm not hating on the Bills with my take, Dan. We all know I don't like the Bills, but I'm not hating on them.
Yeah, you hate them, all right.
No, the Patriots are just the better team than the Bills. It's been proven too. So that's all. I'm just coming from that place of facts.
Well, so rewind a couple of years ago, about midway through the season, the Miami Dolphins were the better team than the Buffalo Bills since they were on top of the AFC East as well, right?
Injuries happen.
Dan's got a point, man. The Miami Dolphins. How many weeks did the Dolphins have first place that year?
It's not just me. It's not just me. And look, I'm not taking anything away from the New England Patriots, but it's not just Dan Mitchell saying this. It's all of Las Vegas. It is all of Las Vegas. Every single book that you have seen
Oh, yeah, what are the AFC East odds? I don't even know. I never checked.
Yeah,
that.
dude, it is still the Bills by a pretty significant margin.
Man, I didn't know that, Dan. I'm gonna go get this money.
I've always trusted Vegas,
Oh, man, you're
Vegas
gonna
is
be
always
pissing
right,
on the
you
drain.
know?
So look, it's not just me saying that I think the Bills will win the division and or I think that they are better. It's virtually all of Vegas.
Well,
And
based
so-
off the odds that I'm seeing, bro, the way you can make your money is by betting on the Jets, baby. Plus 50,000.
Plus 50,000 would be a generational run.
You spent $100, CD. $100 bet would you 50 grand. You're not taking
$100 bet gonna lose me $100.
You went 50 grand though. That is.
And so, Dan, I don't think the issue is you saying that you think the Buffalo Bills will win it, because that's a logical statement. If you're a Patriots fan saying that you think that you'll win the division, that's logical. If you're a Bills fan saying you think you're going to win it, that's logical. But I think it's where people are saying, I'm not scared. It's no breeze. Like it's no challenge. It's absolutely going to happen. No doubt in my mind. It's statements like that where you are discrediting the Patriots because they do have a full game lead over you. They are top of the division right now. You guys do have the harder remaining schedule. Nothing is guaranteed for either of these teams right now.
Great point, Colby. That's why we got
except
you
for an
here,
AFC East Division title for the Bills, of course. No.
There's so many things.
20 of those, Dan. All right.
I am proud of the Patriots, and as many of you know, I did predict the Patriots would be 11-6 during the offseason. Did I not?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember.
I said the Pats would be 11-6 prior to the season. Colby even had it worse than me. He was like, I think 9-8, 8 or 9.
I did.
I was the highest on this team all offseason.
You were the highest.
Yeah. I was the highest on this team. I said that I think that the New England Patriots are going to finish off 11-6 and be the 7th seed in the playoffs. So as far as predictions are concerned, I called this.
I said New England would be number 2. The only place I was wrong, I said behind Miami.
So you said behind, well, like that just discredits everying.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, like even I knew, like, did I pick the Jets to win the division this year? No, TD.
No, not at all.
But what I do know is the Jets are not finishing in last.
So I do need to ask Colby a question.
Yeah.
Okay. It's rumored that the Buffalo Bills are interested in trading for Las Vegas wide receiver Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Okay. He was a longtime New England Patriot.
I'm
curious to hear from your perspective, since you were a Pats fan, what does he bring to a team? Like, what are his strengths? What are his weaknesses? I've done my research, but I'm curious. And to hear from somebody that watched him play each and every single game.
Yeah, even saw him week 1. I mean, I love Jacoby Myers, and I always have. And he was somebody that the Patriots just let walk into Vegas, and they were like, oh, let's just go get Juju Smith-Schuster because he has a better yak ability. And clearly that didn't work out for the Patriots. When I look at Jacoby Myers, I see a guy that has versatility all over the offensive formation. He mainly plays in the slot as a big slot receiver, but he can also play outside. He can run every single route. He's mainly a chain mover. He's going to operate more short to intermediate, but he can still make plays deep down the field. Don't expect to get a guy that's going to give you much after the catch. He's not going to be a Shakir where he's going to be top in the league and, yards after the catch. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to break off 5 tackles, but he's going to be a possession wide receiver. He's going to get the football. He's going to go down. This guy does not drop passes. Everything that goes his way, it seems like this guy, ultimately does catch. He doesn't talk. He doesn't chirp. He doesn't do anything like that. He just comes in every single week, does his job. He's also a pretty decent run blocker. I do think that's a part to his game that is very underrated. When I look at Jacoby Myers, though, he's not going to be a wide receiver 1. I know he put up 1,000 yards last season, but that's also because Vegas really didn't have anybody. He really is a wide receiver 2. Like, he's a very, very good solidified wide receiver 2, but he's not going to be a guy that comes in, is a coverage dictating wide receiver, opens up the rest of your offense, is a 1,000+ yard guy. I don't think you should expect that, but I think if he does come to the Buffalo Bills, he immediately cements himself in as wide receiver 1 there, and he's going to be a reliable security chain moving wide receiver for Josh Allen.
Got it.
You know what I realized, Dan, about you asking about the receivers?
Mm-hmm.
You're showing me, Dan, that y'all are desperate for another guy.
Or they just want to simply improve their team, TD.
So is that supposed to be like a dunk on me or something like that? Like, of course I want to. I want to improve my team, TD.
The Bills suck because they're looking to add.
He's like, you're desperate. Like, no, dude. You know what? I would prefer that we sit on our hands and do nothing. Yeah,
Dan.
dude.
The reason
I prefer we just.
The reason why I bring it up is because y'all not getting no receiver. They not trading for no receiver. Y'all are so desperate for one because you know you need one, but you're not even going to get one. Dan, I've seen more wide receiver videos from you in the last 10 days than I have ever seen, period. You have been through every option at the position. That's what tells me you know in order for y'all to do something good this year, you need another receiver. And you're not getting it.
So as you know, and like yourself, we are in the media space, right? So what do you do in the media space? You give people the stories that they care about, all right? And wide receiver is the number one topic for this team.
Know. No, I'm not knocking that you're doing the videos. I get it.
Look,
but you're not getting one.
With Brandon Beane, when the Buffalo Bills need a position, he's done it for the past 2 years in a row. Like when we needed something. He's going to do it again.
Neglects.
Well, last year was Amari Cooper. He got one. It just didn't work out.
I think Jacoby Myers would be a big addition.
Huge.
Yes.
I actually hope he doesn't go to Buffalo because that would help.
Yeah. So he's good with intermediate routes. He's solid. A lot of Bills fans are like, oh my God, dude, like we need like a field stretcher, like a speed guy on the outside. But like, here's the deal. I love Josh Allen. He is the reigning MVP of this league. He's so wildly efficient. He's never been a good deep ball passer. He's never been
really
good.
Who?
Never.
Josh Allen.
So with Josh Allen, he's never been good. He's never been good. His best year was in 2021.
More velocity of an arm than like a strength accuracy down the field.
His best year was 2021, and he finished 9th. But for the past 2 seasons, he's finished like 27th, 25th, 15th. Like his downfield passing 20 plus like yards downfield has never been good. So like I don't understand why people are like, oh, let's go get Rashid Shaheed. He has wide receiver 1 upside. I'm like, dude, how many wide receivers on this team currently have wide receiver 1 upside? Like a lot, but none of them are, right?
That Keon Coleman pick, man, that's gonna bite you guys.
But
you could have had McConkey.
So here's the deal, though. Like with Myers' separation and Keon Coleman's separation, like Myers is only 0.1 yards better than Keon Coleman this year.
But
surprisingly enough, like 0.1. But like he has better hands. He's like he has a far more diversified route tree.
Vegas also is not using Jacoby Myers this season, which is uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Well, it probably had to do with the fact that like he wanted out this past offseason.
They also got Tyler Lockett, and so I just don't think him and Geno are meshing.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. We're talking all things AFC East. We're going to preview all the games. Now, the New York Jets are on a bye week this week, so we're not going to be able to preview their game, but there was a trade that happened today that I wanted to get your guys' thoughts.
There were multiple trades this week, Rich.
Yeah, multiple trades. Yeah, the Patriots were active. They have 2 trades. 2 trades that the New England Patriots had as well. So a lot of activity already. So in Jets land, the Jets decided to trade away Michael Carter II, and they got a wide receiver in return of John Mechie III. Now, my quick analysis of this is if you asked me, Richie, who is going to get traded from the Jets, I would have told you right away Michael Carter II. He is a cap casualty in the offseason, and he basically got replaced. The New York Jets found his replacement. You guys remember that corner that the Jets traded for from Tennessee, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., who has been an absolute stud for the Jets. The Jets traded for him, and now he is the starting slot corner, and he has been a dog. He literally changed the Jets' defense. Whenever he got inserted in a certain week, the defense started to improve. It's an Aaron Glenn type of guy. So everybody knew Michael Carter was going to get traded. He kind of got demoted, and if you guys remembered, the Jets gave Michael Carter a big contract extension last summer. He is the highest paid slot in the NFL. I think now he's second. So the Jets wanted to get that money off their books, and now they get a wide receiver, John Mechie III from the Eagles, who is trying to find his footing in the league, has not really been able to do anything productive yet. 2nd-round pick out of Alabama. It's got speed, and the Jets have no wide receivers next to Garrett Wilson. So we're going to take a swing on anybody that has any inkling of upside. If he doesn't fizzle out, if he's nobody, then he's whatever.
It's a 7th-round pick. Why not, right?
Yeah, and the Jets improve. The Jets improve on the draft capital. They moved up from the 7th to the 6th round. So I like this trade. The Jets are going to cut Michael Carter in the offseason, so why not get something for him right now? And that's the first trade that the Jets made in the offseason.
And so the Philadelphia Eagles, too, like with Vic Fangio is talking about how he wants to move Cooper DeJean out to the outside.
Well, they got the slot replacement.
So now they have their slot. So I think it was kind of a fair trade.
He's such a good player. He's a pure Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas guy. They extended him. They get fired. And he's not fitting with this new scheme. He regressed. He's injury prone, not playing like he was. And the Jets got their guy in Brownlee when they traded for him in week 3. So I think it's a no-brainer. Fun thing about this, though, Joe Douglas is a member of the Eagles organization now. So you best believe Joe Douglas is behind this trade. Getting the guy that he drafted and that he extended. So I think
they're definitely getting a good
win-win.
player. I think the Eagles have the upside here when it comes to Michael Carter. And how old is he? Know off your head, Rich, how old Michael Carter is?
He's like probably 26.
20. Yeah, he's 26 right here. So he's obviously still in his prime. He still has longevity in this league too. And when you get John Mechie, that's actually a guy that I've really, really loved coming out of the draft. He obviously has disappointed, but that was also in large part because he was dealing with health concerns early on in his NFL career, which kind of put him behind the 8 ball. And so I think if you guys can kind of get him back on track, then
he had leukemia.
Yeah.
And he sat out his rookie season.
He was away from football for a little while, but this guy had at Alabama just unreal talent. If you guys can tap into that, there's real potential there. But like you said with Michael Carter, I mean, coverage grade of 37.6 here in 2025, 2024, 47.9. But when you look back into the system, that actually allowed him to ball out. Looking back in 2023, overall grade of 80.4 and a coverage grade of 83.3. And so if you just put him in a position to succeed, Michael Carter can be one of the best slot cornerbacks in the NFL.
And he got paid like such. When he got paid, he was the highest paid slot in the NFL. But he's been injured and regressed. And the Jets got to free up some cash. Now extend Brees. Don't trade him. TD, any thoughts on this trade?
No, it seems like it's like right in line with what's been happening around the league right now. Guys that are on contract years or not going to be re-upped, they're able to move off of them, help the team, and look at another guy too and see if they have anything in them. So good move for the Jets. I'm telling you, I mentioned it earlier today. Aaron Glenn, he's just starting to get the guys or get rid of the guys that's not a part of the system that he wants to run. So, yeah, man, good stuff on both sides.
Yeah, and then, of course, the next question is going to be what the New York Jets are going to do with Breece Hall, with Quinnen Williams and all those guys. That's the next step. I think that the Jets would be smart to keep Breece and have him on this team moving forward, franchise tag him, extend him, and not trade him away. I'm a fan of good players, especially when you have an offense that lacks talent like the Jets do. So we shall see where that goes. That's going to be interesting. The Jets are on their bye week again, so we shall see. But, hey.
So I want to talk about what's going on in New England right now. All right?
Yeah, man. Crazy
Shipped off 2 players, one of which was sort of like a big question mark over the offseason of whether or not that they wanted to keep him anyway, was with Kyle Duggar. And they sent over an edge rusher to San Francisco. So 2 guys are out. What do you think the Patriots are gearing up for? What position group do you think they are trying to bring in before the deadline?
And so I can guarantee this team's not done at the trade deadline. Like I 100% am confident that they are still going to make another move. And we heard a lot about them looking to be buyers at the trade deadline, which makes a whole lot of sense given the fact that they are 6-2, top of the AFC East. They're looking like they are going to make the postseason. You want to at least have depth. Even if you don't make a big, massive blockbuster trade, you want to have depth going into the postseason. That's actually where the Patriots struggle big time. And so when they started to ship off players yesterday, a lot of people started to be like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Why are they trading the house? I'm like, no, these are players that made sense for them to get rid of. Keon White, who they traded to the San Francisco 49ers, they shipped off really for the exact same thing that Michael Carter kind of went there for, Richie, but they didn't get a player in return. Both for Kyle Duggar and Keon White, they were a pick swap. So the Patriots moved up from the 7th round to the 6th round. So now they have 4 6th-round picks, 0 7th-round picks to add to their 2026 draft repertoire. Keon White just wasn't playing. He really was barely a part of the rotation. He was a healthy scratch last week. One of the first games of the season, he had a 0% pass rush win rate when they were using him. Feels like his mind isn't there. Like he's not bought into the system. Felt like he wasn't bought into the Belichick system. Felt like he wasn't bought in last year with the Mayo system. Honestly, I just feel like this guy doesn't want to play football anymore. He showed dominant signs in the first half of 2024 and then just completely fell off. So getting him out at this point, I'm completely fine with it. As for Kyle Duggar, love that guy. He bought in. He did his job even when he was demoted to a rotational guy. But like you said, Dan, this was a guy that we heard rumors of being traded this offseason. So we knew that it was ultimately going to happen. He's 29 years old. The Patriots will save $7 million in 2026. And then in 2027, they'll save about $18 million for the cap space. That's good money to free up for a guy that you essentially weren't using and did not fit the system. When looking at who the Patriots could potentially target, I'm looking all on defense. Now, there are rumors that they could potentially go out there and still add to running back. I'm kind of fine with what they have at this point. Travion Henderson's starting to look good. Ramondre's looking good. They just promoted Terrell Jennings to the active 53-man roster. So I'm not expecting them to make a move at running back, but after getting rid of Keon White, I'm fully expecting them to go get edge. And from what it sounds like, if the Patriots make any type of move, they want a guy that can help them now, but they also want a guy that's going to help them for the future. So don't be looking at guys like Trey Hendrickson. They want younger guys who can still play long-term, not guys who are on the back end of their career and are going to be year to year. So look at the edge, look at potential guys like Arden Key, potentially look at guys at safety. Patriots rumored to potentially be looking at some depth there at cornerback, but they will make a move, expected to be on the defensive side of the football.
So I will say with Trey Hendrickson, right? Like, what's really like the harm to it? Because number one, he's a pending free agent next year. So really how you look at that is that he's just a half-year rental for the most part. You would only be eating $8.8 million in cap for the remainder of the season. And then next year, I mean, he's gone. So say that you don't want to commit to him long-term. He's going to be a free agent in the first place. Maybe there's a world you do it. And so I just think it really depends on where your front office's like mindset is. Like, do they think that they're truly a Super Bowl team? If that's the case, then I think a Trey Hendrickson move would kind of be a solid investment. And for just $8 million, especially since y'all are swimming in cash.
And so the thing to remember too, Dan, is that Harold Landry's top 10 in sacks in the NFL, and Kayvon Chason is ranked 11th in sacks in the NFL. And so their edge rushers are doing their job, and that's also not where they want to eat. They want to eat with the interior of the D-line. Kyrie's Tonga, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, the edge rushers kind of come in and clean up. So I think getting a guy like that maybe in the offseason is more realistic, but I think they're happy with what they have right now at starting edge. I think it just more so comes down to depth in case of injuries.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Look at Arden Key, though. I'm telling you, Arden Key from the Tennessee Titans make a ton of sense.
Interesting.
I'm a big Arden Key guy, man.
Arden Key.
Watch him go to the Buffalo Bills now. This always happens. Every time I say a guy's name, goes to an individual rival.
Kobe, real quick, how good or bad or average is the O-line in New England?
And so it is technically a overall unit that's just outside the top 10. Headed into that Browns game, they had the second best pass blocking grade in the NFL. Me personally, while I do think they are much improved, I don't feel like the unit themselves is all that amazing. I think they are leading up to something, but I think there's a lot of work in progress. I think they have to go into the offseason and tweak the interior of the O-line. I feel good about their tackles, but I think what Josh McDaniels is doing, from the play calling and scheming things up, getting Drake May outside the pocket, flushing him outside, throwing on the run, Drake May selling the offense past his limitations, getting the football out. I think a lot of those factors are making the offensive line look better than it is. And so they are much improved from what they've been in the last 2 years. Don't get me wrong, but I do still think there's a long way to go. And I do think we saw that against the Cleveland Browns.
The last follow-up real quick. What is the one area, if there's any on the team, that makes you say, we need to address this ASAP?
I don't feel like there's necessarily a starting position on the Patriots that I feel, wow, they must address this ASAP. But when it comes to depth there at linebacker, coverage linebacker, that is a massive concern to me. That's why the Patriots are getting gashed in the middle of the field. It's a bend but don't break defense. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that's something that they're going to figure out now midway through 2025. I think that's something you have to address in 2026. But just overall depth there at linebacker, depth in the secondary, especially at safety, that is definitely my biggest concern, because your starting guys are fine. But if one of those guys gets injured, now you're immediately in a position where you're screwed and now you're scrambling.
So 22 fine starters, good. We're not concerned about.
I feel good with the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running back, the O-line. Looking at defense, again, the starters at edge, I feel good. DT, I feel good. Starting linebackers, good. So yeah, it's really just a depth problem in New England right now.
Okay.
So we got a lot of trade talks coming up. We'll see if the Bills and Dolphins are active over this weekend. We got a game tomorrow night to get into. Ooh, it's going to be a nice show. Let's get into some Patreon calls first. Lino is on the hotline. What's up, Lino?
What's going on, man? I actually wanted to hear about your breakdown on the Ravens and Dolphins game. I wanted to hear TD wild outtakes, how they're gonna win, and this kicks off the miracle season. And I just wanted to call in, tell him to shut up and know his role and shut his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna leave it with that. I like the Jets trading that slot corner, man. You think they're really gonna hurt your team, or do you think that that's just something you needed to trade away so you could get some draft capital?
Yeah, so he got demoted. He was the backup now. We traded for a corner in week 3, Lino, and then he was the nickel. Michael Carter got injured, so it opened up that roster spot, that starting position, and then Brownlee came in and been balling. So he basically got his job stolen. So that's why the Jets traded him.
Oh, okay, okay. And then Dan, I wanted to know, because I know we do need a wide receiver. Don't listen to what TD say. We don't fear nobody. We just think to help our offense a little bit more, expand more. So listen to TD. It's like a broken record every year. But with Jacoby Myers, I don't know. I know you said Josh ain't good with a deep ball, but that's because in the last 4 or 5 years, they ain't really had nobody that's deep like that. And I think Shaheed can't open that up. But me personally, I would trade for him and Jacoby Myers. I mean, what would you think about that?
Thanks for the call, Lino.
Expensive. Lino, we appreciate the call here. So the Bills are in an interesting position. And as far as Jacoby Myers, he would probably be the most expensive out of some of these names. Like Shaheed, for example, like that's a name that's been floating around quite a bit. Like, yeah, he's fast and he's on the outside, but like, so I'm telling you this, like with Josh Allen, like he regularly hovers around 33 to 44% completion percentage each and every single year. And 40 is on the high side for like deep passes downfield off to the outside. We've had guys that can get downfield. We had Diggs for years, right? And like it's just never been a part of his game. And that's not a bad thing. So like he dominates in the intermediate and he leverages guys that can create yards after the catch. Shaheed for me is a guy that I think would just be a like low end wide receiver 2 to me. Like people are just kind of looking at him and they're looking at his speed and they're like, oh yeah, it's the speed. It's going to be all good. But if speed is what we truly want, what would be a hell of a lot cheaper is going on ahead and forcing Joe Brady to start implementing Elijah Moore and Curtis Samuel as the perimeter guy and just do go routes. He doesn't do that. Both of those guys run a 4-3. So if speed's what you're looking for, we have speed.
Elijah isn't really a vertical type of receiver, though. He's never been.
Yeah.
Like stretching the field. He's more like in the middle. Like
Samuel. Yeah. But if that's what you want, start trying to force that, right? Like start trying to force that with both of those wide receivers. Like what Buffalo needs is somebody that dominates right in the intermediate. So would love Olave. And so like he would be my favorite. Would be interested in Brian Thomas Jr. He's kind of afraid of contact though. So, but
so's Chris Olave though. After all those injuries and concussions, that guy's scared to get hit.
So he has the right to be afraid of contact.
Yeah, no, 100%.
BTJ does not. BTJ does not. He has the right to be afraid of contact.
And you need Waddle.
Send him over.
Send him over. Don't get Bill Smith started.
I would take Waddle in a heartbeart.
You should have. You just wait till you see what John Mechie does, Dan. You'd be like, "Damn, that's who we should have traded for."
Here we go.
Our next wide receiver, too, baby.
It's AJ Brown, man. He comes in. Yeah.
Midnight Hood strikes back $2. TD, you lie to us. You lie to yourself. You lie to whoever. Fool.
Oh, you lie to yourself and you lie to whoever.
Midnight is just dropping like AFC East lore quotes in the super chats.
So I know that like my fan base, at least, and probably this fan base too, I'm curious if people have started implementing the term fool into your everyday vocabulary since watching this show, because we use it quite a bit on here. I'm just curious if we've done it.
Fool. Oh, that's so funny though. 20
to
is
5.
Greater than 5. Please think clearly. Dan is clouded. I'm not so sure what you're referring to.
Think clearly.
20 is better than 5. Well, I think he's referring to
the better
20.
Than Garrett Wilson.
No, I think what he's referring to is 20 years of dominance. This would be my guess. 20 years of dominance by the Patriots owning the AFC East. 5 years of you owning the AFC East. I believe that's what he's referencing.
That is exactly it. See, Colby knows.
The Bills ain't really own it.
Got it. He's paraphrasing. He's paraphrasing the bots right on the internet.
But let me just say, like what Colby just said is factual. But let me push back on one thing. Did the Bills own this division if they never won a Super Bowl? Because the Patriots, you can argue, own this division because they won Super Bowls.
Now
the 5 years of the Bills winning the division, they didn't even go to the Super
They
Bowl.
just did well.
So Colby, did they technically run this division just because they won the division 5 years in a row and did nothing with it?
I would say they were still running the division because they were, at the top of the AFC East every single year.
Jets, man, bro. You have no right to talk. The Jets suck.
I don't think they represented the AFC East greatly, but they were still on top.
They didn't.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Like,
so if you step in the ring, if you step in the ring with like the third best UFC fighter, he beats the shit out of you, but then he loses the championship fight. Did he not beat the shit out of you anymore?
No, he still did.
Did
that change anything?
We'll remember that, Dan. He lost.
He lost.
Yeah, but still, like, did it change anything?
Didn't change it. He's a loser.
He's a loser now. Welcome to the club, brother. Oh man.
Well, it's it's just all jokes. It's all jokes. 20 could potentially be greater than 5.
By the way, Lino, go Chiefs. Go ahead, Richie.
Coach.
Colby will need a running back at deadline. KC 30, Bills 20. Well, we're going to get into that game.
Again, I don't really think the Patriots need a running back. What I will say is, guys, let's just be honest. AJ Brown or Derrick Henry, I'm not saying it's going to be at the trade deadline, but one of those guys, if not both of those guys, at some point will be a New England Patriot. I just think that right now the Patriots have, according to metrics, the 18th best rushing offense, which is kind of crazy to me that somehow they've already bumped up to 18th. Running back core isn't great, but they're doing good enough. This is a pass-first offense at this point. That's how this team wants to succeed. And so I think what they have, you see them getting a little bit hotter every single week. I don't think they need to go out there and trade for like a number one guy.
Man,
we got some.
So you would probably, all right. So would you say that the problem with the Patriots run game, so is it more the running backs or is it your run blocking scheme on the line?
Bro, and so quite literally it's been both. So like 1 week the running backs will be dominant, and then the offensive line is dwindling down to where quite literally they'll run outside zone, and as soon as the ball touches the running back's hand, there's 5 defenders on top of that guy for a loss of 5. We saw that at times last week. But then there's also times where it's like, all right, we're going to give the ball to Ramondre Stevenson. Well, now Ramondre Stevenson is in his head because he doesn't want to fumble, and now he's not hitting the proper holes, and now he's going down as soon as contact is immediately getting to him, and he's not trying to shake off tackles, which is the whole part to his game. Travion Henderson finally looking good last week, but for the majority of the season is running into his own blockers. He's not hitting the right gaps. He's not being a patient running back and letting things develop. And it's really been kind of this tale of two stories where 1 week it's the O-line, 1 week it's the running backs. So
real quick, Kobe, you just blew my mind. I put some things together. AJ Brown, Derrick Henry. What if Vrabel's saving that money for them?
That'd be crazy.
Derrick Henry,
bringing them back together with his time instead of Tannehill is Drake May. Yeah, maybe. I'm just saying because that would be crazy. They're still playing at a high level and back with Vrabel. I mean, that would be pretty sick. You get Drake May, AJ Brown, and you have the running game and a Derrick Henry. That would be. I don't know. I think that might be better than this current version of Baltimore.
And so, not going to lie, if I had to put my money on it,
you're really going to be a Patriots fan if they do that.
Derrick Henry, if I had to put my money on it, it's more likely to be a Patriot.
That's like TD's dream, man. You'd be like, go get Tannehill. Screw Drake May. Go get Tannehill.
Go get Tannehill. I really want to see that. No. What's going to happen?
And then TD pins TD Pat's talk is officially born.
Say that the Patriots were to get AJ Brown and Derrick Henry on that team, and then say the Pats lose right in the first round of the playoffs. We're going to see TD being like, hey, man, listen, you had a golden opportunity to go grab Tannehill. And y'all would have won a Super Bowl.
Man, Drake May better than Tannehill. I ain't crazy.
Chat, look. So, Pats fans, I know you're loving TD right now, but just wait until your next loss.
Just wait.
He's going to turn on you.
No, he's going to give him the excuses.
Turn on you guys faster.
No, he's not. He's going to give him all the excuses in the world, Dan. That's what he's going to do.
I've learned my lesson.
No. He's going to turn on him. He's going to turn on him soon, man. Trust me.
I'm not talking bad about a team unless my quarterback better than yours.
Well, we got another super chat. Then we got to get into these games. Colby, Pat's got a safety depth piece from the Dolphins practice squad, John Saunders Jr. He is now on our active man squad.
Yes, he is. He is on the 53. The Patriots did poach him from Miami's practice squad, and they did promote him to the 53-man roster.
Hey.
So both of those roster spots that the Patriots had open because of those trades are actually now fulfilled. This is a undrafted rookie by Miami just a few months ago. TD, do you know anything about him from your perspective? I know he was
don't know nothing
undrafted.
about this guy.
I know he was undrafted. There's not a whole lot to say.
It's
but
the first time he's heard his name. Colby.
He's Googling him right now.
He's Googling him now.
No, he is another body, Kobe. At the end of the day, that's another
He's a guy.
He's
Yeah,
another
a guy.
body.
That is
Never heard of
top
him.
analysis from TD, man. Thank you.
Hey, Colby, he's a vibes guy. He's a vibes guy in the locker room, man.
He's a depth piece, man.
just
He's
a
a depth
guy.
piece.
Oh, that's great stuff.
Be a rotational guy.
Jokes aside, only team really in New York is the New York Jets and the New York Giants. You set yourself up for that one, Alex.
No. Alex, I mean, look, I knew I'd win him over eventually.
Where's
New York,
he
New
playing?
York.
Win him over eventually, man.
My favorite quote from Dan: "Check the address. Check the address."
Hey, man, you don't
Addresses
gotta.
don't lie, baby.
The
My
New York
address is
Jets.
in this.
The New York. All right, let's get into these games. Let's get into these games. Drum roll, please. All right, first game of the week is going to be the New England Patriots. Did I say 6-2? You guys are not 6-2, are you?
No, we're 6-2.
Oh man,
Yeah, no,
6-2.
it's crazy.
I thought it was a typo for a sec. Now you're going up against Berto's Falcons. Are you doing a collab with Berto this week? You should.
We're gonna try to on Friday. He's actually gonna be at the Patriots game in Gillette Stadium.
Oh, no, yeah, he lives in Rhode Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
we'll get
Berto
that
if he's
game.
watching.
Shout out to Berto.
But yeah, man, this is gonna be a big game. Is Penix healthy and Drake London potentially back? That's big.
Yeah,
They
so
are
quite
not.
literally, we don't know. Both those guys are on the injury report. They were limited. We don't know if they're going to play or not. Sounds like both of those guys are day-to-day. Obviously, Michael Penix didn't play last week against the Miami Dolphins. Drake London, they didn't expect him to not play. He apparently got added last second to the injury report on Saturday and then just didn't play on Sunday. And so right now, there's still kind of a lot of to be determined with their roster that kind of puts this game up in the air. But Michael Penix and Drake London are, as of right now, game time decisions.
All right. Well, that's going to have a big impact because you can tell that. I mean, they lost to the worst team in football. Like without those two guys, they need them.
So to let you know, so their injury report for the Falcons right now, they have 7 guys that were limited. So we're playing banged up against Miami last week. You have Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney is limited with a hamstring. You have Jesse Bates is limited with a knee. You have Drake London limited with a hip. Kyle Pitts limited with an ankle. Michael Penix limited with a knee. Jalen Walker limited with a groin. And Billy Bowman limited with a hamstring. No wonder the Dolphins won last week. You have Leonard Floyd and same thing with Casey Washington and Zach
Some of them
Harrison.
got hurt in the
Did
game.
not participate. Yeah, but I mean, hell. Damn. This Falcons team's banged up.
Yeah, they're dealing with some injuries, man.
Yeah.
They're dealing with some injuries, but
Yeah, I mean, you're getting them right when you want them. They're coming off getting blown out by one of the worst teams, if not the worst teams in the entire football league. So you give us your thoughts,
They did not
Colby.
play
What's
the
your
Jets.
energy?
well, they're also coming
Obviously.
off of back-to-back losses too. I mean, they lost even the week before Miami, and I was looking at this game throughout the season, and I was like, this is going to be one of the hardest opponents the Patriots play, and I do still stand by that. And this game worried me more early on in the season, I'm gonna be honest, than it does right now. I mean, I was talking to Berto about this yesterday, and for those who don't know, make sure you guys check out the NFC South Roundtable live every Tuesday at 8. We did preview this game with our Atlanta Falcons creator, Berto, and he was saying the same thing. I don't know what to make of this team. And it's his team. He's like, I don't know what to make of this. They're winning one week. They're losing another week. They're beating teams they shouldn't, but then they're losing against team that they should be blowing out. And I just think it all comes down to the coaching staff, to be honest with you. I didn't like the Raheem Morris addition a couple of seasons ago, and I still don't. I don't think that's a guy that's going to take them to the promised land. Maybe he gets them to squeak into the playoffs here and there, but it's going to be an inconsistent team, all because of the coaching. A good coaching staff will make a bad roster look good, and a good coaching staff will make a bad roster, look positive, right? And so at the end of the day, I'm looking at this roster for the Atlanta Falcons, and it will come down to ultimately who plays. If Kirk Cousins plays in this game, boy, oh boy, the New England Patriots are going to provide yet again another blowout on the season. I feel very, very confident about that. If Michael Penix plays in this game, okay, that's a guy that can give the Patriots a little bit of problems, right? Like that's a guy who can bomb the football down the field. He's pretty accurate. He has that mobility to get outside of the pocket and extend plays. Patriots have a very, very good pass rush. And so if you're able to get Kirk Cousins in this game, you can essentially put the pressure on him and just get him down on the ground and put the Falcons in positions and long conversions that they're not able to succeed in, right? But if you have Michael Penix, he's going to be able to convert on those plays. The way that I see the Atlanta Falcons is that they want to succeed with running the football with Bijan Robinson. You look at that Buffalo Bills game, a big reason on why they won, in my opinion, wasn't Michael Penix. Michael Penix didn't have this crazy game. Michael Penix just threw the ball when he needed to. It was a multi-dimensional offense, but they ran the ball in order to open up the pass and start up that run-pass option game. And so if the Patriots can stop Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, and they can force whoever the quarterback is to beat them through the air, then I feel very, very good about the Patriots' ability to win this game. Now, looking at the Atlanta Falcons rush offense, they are 11th in the league with Bijan Robinson, averaging 123.3 rush yards per game. The New England Patriots, on the other hand, have the second best run defense in the National Football League. They are the first team since 1970 to not allow an opposing running back to go for 50 or more yards at all so far on the season. And so I feel very good. I mean, they've played good running backs. I feel very good about their ability to stop Bijan Robinson, as good as he is, and make Atlanta's offense one-dimensional. Now, they do have guys that are going to be able to beat the Patriots. Darnell Mooney has been the type of guy that's given the Patriots problems in the past. Kyle Pitts, they're at tight end. Patriots have had issues guarding tight ends. And so I do think some of those guys will eat. I think this is going to be a game where in the first quarter, you're looking at it like, wow, the Atlanta Falcons are doing well. Wow, this could actually be a game. But in classic New England Patriots fashion, as the game goes on, the Patriots offense is going to be clicking more. The Patriots defense is going to get better and better. The Patriots are averaging about roughly 2 turnovers per game. And if they can do the same thing here, I feel confident about their ability to be able to come away with the win. Biggest thing that concerns me about them is their pass rush. The Falcons do have one of the best pass rush units in the NFL, led you by 2 rookies from this past year's draft class. Drake May, what I will say, although he's playing very, very good, does have an issue taking sacks. He needs to be able to get the football out a little bit quicker. But Drake May also is the best deep thrower in the National Football League, statistically speaking. And he's actually putting up the best statistical season, according to EPA, of a deep passer in the NFL, point blank, period. And I have the metrics I can show you, and I can send this to Rachel. We can put it up here on the screen. And so I think we're going to see some of these big plays again deep down the field from Drake May. So at the end of the day, I think that this is a game that the Patriots are going to win. I do think that it can be closer than what some people are expecting. I don't think this is going to be a blowout, but I am going to take the New England Patriots into this one. I'm going to say, let's go 25-17 Patriots.
Ooh.
25-17.
So I'll tell you what, so my boy Gerton comes in here and says, Dan has been wrong on every Patriots prediction. Well, let me tell you what, I am going to assume that's correct, which is exactly why I have the Patriots winning on Sunday versus the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm waiting for the TikTok later this week. And so the Atlanta Falcons are blow the doors off the Patriots.
No. So I look at this game. And I have no idea what this Atlanta Falcons squad is. Yes, they do create a lot of pressure. But Colby, one thing that you should feel pretty good about is that you are going up against the Atlanta Falcons, like a top 3 blitzing team in this league. And Drake May is very good against the blitz, like 73% completion percentage against the blitz. So if their coaching staff is as incompetent as you believe them to be, they'll probably try and dial up some more blitz packages, and that's going to open up way more wide receivers, some more throwing lanes. And I could see you guys really being able to take advantage of that. As far as organic pressure, I haven't been able to look into how good they're doing in pressure minus the blitz. But I just think that there are a lot of opportunities. Like Mike Hughes, CB2, like you should have some mismatches. So with Booty, you should have some mismatches with Diggs out of the slot. He's probably going to be going up against Billy Bowman, who's a rookie. So I think this is going to be a close one, but I will give it to the New England Patriots. I just don't trust this Falcons team. I have no idea who they are. Some would say that they're due for like a game where for some reason they just go out and decide to play quality football. I'm interested to see what Bijan Robinson does against this run defense, right? Semi-quality run blocking offensive line. So I think this is going to be your best matchup as far as the trenches. But yeah, I'm going to have to ride with the hot hand. I will pick the Patriots to win this one.
And so real quick, before we get on to UTD, I wanted to just share this for reference real quick. Where is it? Here we go. So this is the statistic that I was talking about earlier. Make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. So 30 best quarterback seasons on downfield throws. So 10 or more air yards, right? From 1999 to 2025 with a minimum 75 attempts ranked by EPA per play. And so you can see, look, the 2007 Tom Brady, which is one of the best seasons we've had. 2016 Tom Brady is also there. Man, I remember some of the crazy deep plays that they had that season. Sam Darnold is actually performing really, really well on
He's
deep
the whole
passes.
circle, though. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you guys want to see
crashing
something?
out.
Minimum attempts.
You guys want to see something? Check this out.
Hey, two up there too.
Look where Drake May is. Look where Drake May is. It does not get better. Drake May is putting up the best deep throwing season from a quarterback that we have ever seen. And we'll see. We'll see if he can maintain this. There's still a lot of football to still be played, but at least so far.
Here, zoom out in the graphic. Oh no,
can't
it's two
even-
pictures.
Yeah, it's two pictures.
Got it.
Yeah.
Man.
They had to make two
Look at that.
pictures.
Sam Darnold and Drake May lighting it up down the
Hey,
field.
Drake
Tua
May's the
up
best
there
deep
too.
thrower
You
in
see
football
Tua
right now.
right there, man.
In the back.
That's 2022.
In the back.
Tua's
That's
right there
2022.
under Sam Darnold.
Look at the year next to it. That's in 2022.
Well, he's behind him too. But I mean,
That
that is
remember
still a
that
good
year,
number.
bro?
Still a
I
good
just
number.
remember that year.
Sam
Just
Darnold's
saying.
doing better than
It was a good year.
to his peak.
Just saying.
2022
Sam
was
is
a
in his
good
sleep.
Yeah, it's halfway.
Man, it was supposed to be Sam versus Drake May for years. On the
Dude,
AFC
I
East.
saw a comment that said Super Bowl 49 rematch would feed families. I was like, dude, that would feed families. That would feed
Damn.
families.
All right, so
Funny, like when you look at like the
Bro, if
the current-
it's dude, if Sam Darnold versus the Patriots in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be the biggest.
well,
rigged.
so
He's gonna buy
so
a
I
ticket.
did see.
biggest
So if the
fan
playoffs were to start today, so I saw this graphic circulating of like when the playoffs were to start today, and how I looked at it. So you had the Buffalo Bills as the 5th seed, you would have the Patriots as the 2nd seed, and the Kansas City Chiefs as the 7th seed. I looked at that playoff picture and I was just like, like this is a Bills Chiefs AFC Championship playoff type situation right there.
Trying to dismiss you, Kobe.
Like that's what it was. Like Colts were number 1. And then Pats were 2. 3rd seed, I wanted to say, was the Chargers. 4th seed, I forgot who won it from the North. Oh, yeah. We can go ahead and
Has
yeah,
Drake
lock
May
in. Who's the
played the
current 4th
Chiefs
seed?
yet?
Drake
Yeah,
May
who's
played
the
the
4th seed?
Chiefs? No.
Yeah, it was the Steelers. So the Bills would play the Steelers for the first round. Broncos would play the Chargers, and the Chiefs would play the Patriots.
Dan froze on us. Man, you better hope that Patriots Chiefs rivalry don't spark back up.
Man, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be the repassing of the torch. 2019, it was Tom Brady going into Arrowhead Stadium. Crazy overtime game there. Patriots win it, but it was this passing of the torch there from Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes. Now Patrick Mahomes is going to give it back off here to Drake May. Man, it's going to be beautiful.
Oh,
Dan, your thought.
You don't say, Dan.
the Patriots.
Oh
gotta
man, no poll. Richie slacking. How come I'm the only one that has to do the work here? How about somebody puts a poll up? TD, you know how to do that?
I'm not logged in.
See what I mean? You know what I mean? Hard white. Yeah, I gotta do everything over here. I gotta do all
I'm
the
not
legwork.
logged in.
Richie, you want me to do it?
See, Colby, I know you can handle it. You're
I
my
got
guy.
Yeah, Richie already got it up. That's why he got it up. All right, let Kobe. Let me.
Of course, I got it up.
I know.
Someone has to have it up. We're live on the channel.
Well, I figured you had it up. That's what I was saying. I'm not gonna log in crazy late. So, Kobe, Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons. Y'all are gonna win this game, regardless of Kirk Cousins or Penix. But you're right. It does make a difference. If you get Penix, it's gonna be a battle. I think the team will get up more for Penix because Kirk Cousins, man, he's a shell of himself. What we just saw this week, I don't even think he knows the full playbook. I'm being honest with you, based off of some of the things and the miscommunication he was having in the game. But if the Dolphins can shut Bijan Robinson down to 24 yards last week, I think we held them to 24 yards. If the Dolphins can do that, I have the full confidence Vrabel's going to keep them under 50. And that's the key for Atlanta. When they're balanced, when you have Bijan running and Penix throwing the football, they become a way better team. But you hone in on the run and shut it down, they can have a long day. And I think that's what's going to happen because that's Vrabel's specialty. If he really works towards that, it's going to get done. Also, my concern for the Patriots, though, is your pass rush. And correct me if I'm wrong here. They've gotten pressures, but they really aren't getting sacks, if I'm not mistaken. Based off of what I'm...
It's inconsistently. Yeah, like you want them to turn more of their pressures into sacks, but Vrabel's also preaching to this team that pressures are the most important part, that you can get to the quarterback, do it, but putting the pressure on the quarterback is the most important step. But they do still have, I mean, you look at Milton Williams, he's top 5 in sacks among interior defensive linemen. Harold Landry's top 10. Caleb on Chase on is tied for 11th.
So it's just hit and miss on that. I think when you play the better teams, that's where those have to show up. I think you're probably going to have to get to them a few times in this one to give yourself the best chance. But, yeah, I got you guys rolling in this one. And if it's Michael Penix, I'm going to give it a score of 27-24. If it's Kirk Cousins, we're going 40-17.
Yeah, everything on this game for me is who the quarterback is going to be. I'm not going to forget what the Falcons like. The Falcons seem like one of those teams that if everything clicks, they're really good, but it's rare that it clicks. I mean, that game against the Bills impressed me. I mean, like Michael Penix was in a rhythm. Bijan was impossible to stop. Their defensive line was just going crazy. So it's weird. This version of the Atlanta Falcons, and that was also at home. This one is in Foxborough. So I definitely going to give the edge to the Patriots in this game. They're a losing team, the Falcons, and they're banged up right now, coming off really, really bad performances back-to-back weeks. But all I'm going to say is Atlanta's that team where if things to click, they look like they can dominate. But the problem with them is they're not showing consistency. So give me the Patriots in this game, 28-20.
Remember,
by the way, the Atlanta Falcons are 30th in points scored offensively in the NFL. Just for reference.
Where are the Jets?
They have different personalities. Atlanta, you can't trust them because they have different personalities. One game they look like one of the best teams in the league.
Yep.
The next game they don't have a between. It's what
version you're gonna get. And so I wish Atlanta was on our schedule last week, dude. Holy hell.
On your schedule last week? Why? Because they were injured?
Yeah.
Well, that or even the week before, too. It's just for some odd reason, man. Like they just show up for some odd reason, like randomly. Was the exact same story last year.
Oh, Atlanta beat Buffalo?
Yeah.
I knew that.
I know. All right. Well, that's your Patriots preview. We appreciate everybody tuning into the show. Make sure you guys let us know your preview and prediction of this right now. All right. We love you guys for tuning in to the show. Let's move right along to a Patreon caller. We got a Patreon caller by the name of DF Forever's in the house. What up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Doing great. Man, better now that you're on the call with us.
Thanks for that, Richie. Colby, I love your energy with your team. You should have that kind of energy with your team. But I have to ask you and TD this. We went on this thought of just very simply, we can't be the best unless we beat the best in the playoffs. Do you still feel that in the regular season, where until you sweep us, are you the best in the regular season as well? Just both of your thoughts on that. And one more thing. I love the lightsaber, Richie. One more thing. I think you guys, when you get to the point of talking about quarterbacks, you should have a sheet of what you consider a franchise quarterback, all the aspects of what you all think is a franchise quarterback, and then check off the marks and then discuss whether you really think it's a franchise quarterback or not, because it's going to save you a lot of back and forth, that's for sure, especially between Richie and TD on this fact.
Yeah,
Dan, as far as the Bills are concerned, I don't think we're going after a wide receiver. I agree with TD on this. I think the NFL has changed just a little bit. We're more running. We're getting more rushing touchdowns this season than last season. less passing touchdowns this season than last season, less total passing yards this season compared to last season. Things change. We're now going more towards the rush. I still think we go for some kind of heavy rusher that can just bulldoze towards people because our backup rushers aren't getting the job done. Just want to hear all your thoughts on these things. DF forever out.
My God.
Yeah, so TD, I guess I'll go first. I think you can only play who's on your schedule at the end of the day, right? And so all we know is what has been shown so far. I'm not going to come here and tell you like, oh, well, the Patriots are going to sweep the Bills. I can have an opinion. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm not going to say that, oh, Bills fans shouldn't worry because they're going to beat the Patriots in Gillette Stadium at the end of the season and they're going to see us in the playoffs and whoop us. We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is the facts, and all we know is that the Patriots are at the top of the division, and all we know that the Patriots went into Orchard Park a few weeks ago and beat you guys. So right now, yes, are the Patriots better than the Buffalo Bills? Yes, that is an absolute fact. Will they finish that way by the end of the season? Not sure, because again, all you know is what you know right now, and you can only play who's on your schedule.
Yeah, Kobe hit it. Everything Kobe said pretty much. The one thing I'll add, we don't know who the king is until the season is over. Who wins the division is who the king is.
It could be off a technicality too.
Yeah. And the only thing I will say that we do know at this point is that the Patriots do have the best quarterback in the division now.
He's never gonna.
That's the only thing we can say factually. That's it. King of the AFC East, we got to wait to see.
Absolutely.
Never gonna let that slide, TD.
Dan, even if that does end up being true, where like Drake May is better than Josh Allen, like even if that does end up being, a factual statement by the end of the season, right? Like Drake May's looking like he's gonna be a top 5 quarterback in this league. Like he's joining the likes of Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana in categories every single week. He already broke one of Tom Brady's franchise records here in New England. Like, it's not an indictment on Josh Allen in the slightest.
Kobe, you better get rid of that if.
No, not at all. So I think what I would raise is, does he maintain some sort of consistency after this?
I agree.
Year?
I agree.
Like that's the thing, right?
And let's also wait to see what he does in the big moments. He has not been in one.
Yeah.
He's been in one big game. He's been in one big game.
Drake May certified. Man.
So I think Drake has the intangibles to be a consistent top 5 quarterback in the league. But like we've seen a lot of this like so far, right? Like what about CJ Stroud's season, his rookie year, right? Like world beater. A lot of people put him in the top 5. Oh, he's a future top 5 quarterback. Like maybe you can give Jaden Daniels a pass since he's been injured for the majority of the season, but I would say even he's been a bit underwhelming, like going into his second year with the limited sample size.
CJ Stroud's been screwed over.
Yeah.
He playing better now.
Can he maintain consistency, right? Because as far as a statistical performance, with Josh has been consistent.
Yeah,
as far as
I would agree with
scoring. Like he's been consistent. And you look at what Josh's box score stats were in 2024 for the first 7 games and this year. And while it seems underwhelming, literally on pace for everything. He is around the exact same amount of yards as he was last year through 7 games. He was around, he's better completion percentage. His yards per attempt's exactly the same. So I think we just need to work on some nuances here.
Agreed.
And that season won him an MVP. So, yeah.
Well, let's save the best game for last. So let's get through this one first. The Dolphins and the Ravens.
It's the best game.
Thursday night, 2-5 Ravens against
murder.
2-6 Miami Dolphins. If you guys are just tuning in for the first time, hit that like button and subscribe, baby. Because this team, the Miami Dolphins, have a chance to flip the script. They started off the season 1-7 a few years back. They finished 9-8. Could they have the same fate this time around? If they could beat the Baltimore Ravens, then hey, maybe that's gonna add more delusional Dolphins fans thinking they could run the table. But all jokes aside, Lamar Jackson is back in this game. And they are a different team when number 8, 2-time MVP, is under center. And the Miami Dolphins are coming off a dominant victory over the Falcons. Tua Tagovailoa looking like his old 2022 self when he was one of the most top accurate quarterbacks in the league. We're set up for greatness in this one. TD, take it away, man. Dolphins primetime football. The whole world watching. A chance for the Dolphins to solidify themselves as they're not done. They're not dead. Let us know, how do the Dolphins beat the Ravens?
All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore Ravens are desperate in this game. This game can determine their future. Right now, they're on the outside looking in, but they know they have a good team, so it's wartime. Lamar Jackson came out this week and basically said it's must win every game. It's playoff right now. And they're bringing that intensity to Miami. But you know what? The same thing is on the other side of the football. The Miami Dolphins are desperate as well. The Miami Dolphins are trying their very best to climb out of this hole and actually make something of the season. You got a general manager who's on a hot seat. You got a head coach that's desperate to win. And you got a whole bunch of players with contract implications trying to make a name for themselves and trying to hope that Miami doesn't blow it up. So they're all out there fired up playing, and that's what we saw against Atlanta. One thing that they're not going to be able to stop, we've been running the ball a whole lot better. A-Chain has been dynamic. A-Chain is going to run the rock all over Baltimore. They haven't been the greatest this season. Also, Waddle is starting to turn it up without Tyreek Hill. Tua, when he has games like that where he does not turn the ball over, he's precise with the ball. He gets it to his playmakers, and they go make plays. A lot of people talk about the fact that 75% of his yards last week was yak. Hey, we're getting it in the playmakers' hands, and they're making plays. Baltimore is going to have to contend with that all day. So with running the football with balance, having Miami come out on the play action with misdirection, I think the offense can produce some points. The big key in this one, how do you slow down Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson? It's easy to say you can't, but the way that the Dolphins played defense this week against Atlanta, we were lights out. The pass rush was there. The run stopping was there. The secondary was covering well, smothering everybody. I just think this defense was fired up, led by Brooks, who was an AFC player of the week, by the way. So that's the type of intensity he's bringing. And the Dolphins have a chance at this game. They really do. Here's what this game comes down to. I know I always talk about the quarterbacks, but here we go again. Because if Tua doesn't turn the ball over, the Dolphins got a great chance to win. And listen, you don't know what version of Lamar Jackson you're getting. He fresh off of an injury. He might come light it up, but he might also come out and struggle. So the Dolphins, in my opinion, have a slight advantage in that. And being that we are home, I got the Dolphins winning 27-24.
Being at home is the deciding factor and all that?
No, I
You don't
listed
even have
a lot of
advantage.
things. I listed a lot of things in there, Richie, if you're paying attention. It's and home on top. We win in this game.
No,
So the 30% of the seats that are about to be filled,
Yeah,
man,
that's
are
what I'm
really going
saying.
to put in
What is the home?
If Buffalo
really
can beat
gonna
them,
be
we going to
putting-
beat them. If
And so
Buffalo
we're
can beat them,
really-
we going to beat them.
TD,
Are
man, I
really
give you a
gonna
lot
play
of
a
credit.
role.
There's nothing wrong with you hyping up your team, but let's just be honest, bro.
No, I'm not hyping this
Lamar-
time, Richie.
Lamar Jackson is at home in this game.
Oh,
South Florida. Isn't that where he's from?
he fresh off an injury. You don't know.
Isn't that where Lamar's from?
Yes.
He's home in this game. That's a home game for Lamar.
Yeah.
Returning, you know that Lamar's starving. He sees the Steelers on the fall. He sees the Bengals a possibility to win, but no, they lost to the Jets. Ha ha! How about that? The Ravens
And
feel the
Flacco's
AFC
hurt,
North
by the way.
wide open.
And so Flacco's hurt, by the way. So it's going to be Jake Browning again on Sunday.
Oh, dude. So this is what I'm saying. The Ravens have a chance to take that division. It starts now. Lamar Jackson is back. You're done. What did you say the last few years? The biggest kryptonite to the Miami Dolphins defense, running quarterbacks. Well, here comes Lamar Jackson, fresh
Lamar
off an
wanna
injury.
run. Exactly.
Hey, Lamar, you make it seem like Lamar is injured and all. He could have played Sunday, but they didn't want him to play because they knew it was going to be a short week. They want him extra time to rest, and now he's fully ready to go. You're going to get a fully loaded Lamar Jackson, ready to be unleashed with Derrick Henry. So I think this is going to be a pretty unbelievable game for the Baltimore Ravens. My big question is Tua going to be able to replicate what he did last week? Because if he can be on time and feed his receivers and get the ball out fast, the Baltimore Ravens defense is definitely not a good one here. So the Dolphins definitely have that, but it's going to be all about stopping the run. If you're not able to stop the run, kiss your game goodbye. Give me the Baltimore Ravens winning this game. I'll say it'll be entertaining. 31-28 Baltimore.
Damn, wow. You were giving the Dolphins a lot of credit. You're giving them
Hey, man, they looked better last week.
And
They're the
did.
definition. The Miami Dolphins are the definition of exactly what TD Finstock hates the most. Good enough not to be good enough. Not just the quarterback, but head coach and a roster. Everything about the Miami Dolphins is what TD hates about the NFL. That's the funniest part about it. He says all these things about other teams, and then
Richie.
And it's not just that quarterback; it's the collective whole organization. They're just.
We might be getting over the hump now. So who knows?
25 years in a row, we've been saying that.
Ah!
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
So I think this is the game where Baltimore goes on a legendary run and finishes out the season 11-6. I really think that this is how it's going to play out for them. I think that, I mean, like Richie just said, they struggled tremendously against mobile quarterbacks. I think that you can run on the Miami Dolphins. They are the worst run defense in the NFL through the beginning of the season. I just think it is a recipe for disaster because I feel like that the Baltimore Ravens as an organization still feel that the division is up for grabs for them, especially as they look all across. So they're going to be hungry, right? And let's not pretend that week 1 Baltimore Ravens team was the true team. Some people are arguing that Lamar may have hurt his hamstring on week 1, right? Or like that's at least when it started. I have a feeling he's healthy. I think this offense really picks it up. Maybe Miami might be able to take advantage of their defense as well. They have a lot of holes in their secondary. Like it just looks like that the secondary does not communicate with each other, although that they held the Bears to 16 points last week. Some signs of improvement. But I just think that Baltimore is going to be a force for the remainder of the season. Give me Ravens 38, Dolphins 17.
Well, we shall see. How about you, Colbster?
Yeah, look at this game. And look, the Ravens defense, I think, is finally starting to get things together, but I don't think they're exactly there just yet for whatever these metrics are worth. And I think a lot of them do come from a lot of these struggles early on in the season, but their rush defense is ranked 26th. They're allowing 134.3 rush yards per game. Their pass defense is also weak. It's ranked 28th in the NFL. They are giving up, 380.8 pass yards per game, that Baltimore Ravens defense. And so last week we saw them get a dominant win 30-16 against the Bears. I think the Bears have a very good offense. And so I think that defense is starting to get things together a little bit more. They were on a historic run for Baltimore to have the worst defense, at least one of the worst defenses in NFL history. And so I do think Miami is going to have a good opportunity to put points up on the board. I think they're going to have a good opportunity to pass the ball. They're going to have a good opportunity with A-Chain to run the football. And I don't think this is going to be one of those games where, you know, the Miami Dolphins are putting up a duck. They're putting up 0 points. They're putting up 3. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but you're getting Lamar Jackson back. Let's be honest. That defense for Miami is not good. The pass rush isn't there. The run defense isn't there. And this is a Ravens team that loves to run the football, especially now that you got Lamar back. He's going to run the football a crap ton. Derrick Henry's going to run the football a crap ton. And I just don't see the Miami Dolphins being able to stop it. Give me the Baltimore Ravens 35, Miami 24.
Have
Y'all
two
really
guys
think they putting
predicting
up 30
35
points
points on the board, man.
Man.
The Miami Dolphins, man.
Y'all know we can end the Ravens season right here.
They're going to end yours.
You could.
Yeah. I think
They're going to end yours.
We'll see. I ain't going to get you it.
Well, hit that thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed it. Let's get into the next game of the week, the game of the week. I'm excited for this. There's a chance I'm going to be at a Bills bar for this game.
Why?
You want to know why?
Really? Oh, yeah, with your brother-in-law.
Yeah, it's the Jets bye week, so I'm headed down to Virginia where my sister and my brother-in-law lives, seeing my niece.
And send you some gear, bro?
No. And I hit up Michael. My brother-in-law is a big Bills fan. I'm like, yo, what are you doing for the game? Like, I'm down to do something. He's like, yeah, there's a Bills bar by me. We can go there. I'm like, anything else you want to do for the game?
From you said Virginia?
Yeah.
How far are you from Virginia?
Like a 4 or 5 hour drive.
Oh, you're driving? Okay.
I'm flying, but I either fly or drive. We're only going for not a long time, just a weekend. So just wanted to fly just to be there as many times as I can, as long as I can. But Yeah, I'm excited to go because I'll be there with my brother-in-law with this game. It's going to be a great one. He's been at a lot of the events for the Bills and the Jets games, and it's going to be a fun one. Chiefs, Bills. The funny thing about this matchup is this, in my opinion, that Bills fans, and including Dan, are like, now they have got to the point where it's been so consistent, and if history keeps repeating itself, it's like, yeah, we beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but like, what does it always turn into? So it's just like, what even is this game? This game is not for bragging rights. It's not for to prove the Bills can beat the better teams. Like, it's not about that anymore. This is about just like trying to win the AFC East. And you got to win these games now with the Patriots being in first place. Big time game for the Bills. They're at home. I'll kick it over to you, Dan. Give us your thoughts of this game. TD, what do you got to say first?
No, because I have to run, take care of something real quick, but can I get my take on this one?
Go ahead.
All right. I disagree, Richie. I think that this is a solidification game for both teams. I think that if the Chiefs win this game, they'll be undisputed at the top of the AFC over the Colts, Patriots, everybody. They'll feel, at least, the masses will feel that way. No more doubting. They're right back where they were. This is like a solidified over the hump. Okay, rough start, but here you are. Buffalo, same thing. Buffalo wins this game. Nobody talks anymore. All right, Buffalo. And see, we could think they fade in because of the teams they played and all of that. Maybe they aren't as good. They're more led by the run, but it doesn't matter. You beat the Chiefs even in this regular season game. Yeah, we ain't talking about the Buffalo Bills. They're going to be right there in the thick of it. This is a solidifying game for both teams. I truly believe. Now, think about the flip side of it. The Chiefs lose. Oh, man, the Chiefs in the crowd with everybody else. Everything becomes so much wide open once again, right? Bills lose. The AFC East implications, seeding and everything, this would be a massive loss too. And plus, what would that be? Their third loss? Not a playoff concern, but that puts you down in the thick with a lot of other teams now at that point. So I think that this is a big time game where everybody's going to be watching to see who's real and not who's fake, but who's just in the mix with everybody else. One team's going to be the real deal and one is going to be in the mix with everybody else. And that's what this determines. But I do have the Buffalo Bills winning this game. I feel like their run game has been unbelievable, the way they call it, the way that they've been running the ball. Cook is on another level. Need to talk about him really, winning an award at the end of the year if he's able to have a full season of just going off. But the Chiefs, I just feel like they're so opportunistic. Like any given week, nothing's fancy, nothing's like dominant, but they're sound. That's what it always is. They're sound. They're making less penalties than everybody, and they're just moving the rock and they're playing the game. When they punt, you don't fear. It's like, okay, the defense probably going to get it back. So, but Buffalo, I've seen spurts. I just think that Buffalo's built to beat the Chiefs now. Buffalo just has to worry about, are they built to beat some other teams now? So yeah, I like Buffalo in this matchup. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, this is an easy one for me as a hater to say the Chiefs finna get them. But that's my true and honest analysis. I think Buffalo is built to beat the Chiefs. But long term, I just wonder if Buffalo, in their pursuit to beat the Chiefs, and they finally do it, but they've been caught up from a matchup standpoint by another two teams, playing that game. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to this one, though. This is gonna be an exciting one, and I hope y'all frauds, because y'all lose this. You ain't going to hear the end of me, but I got to roll. See y'all later.
See you, TD. All right, Dan, take the floor.
Oh, man. So the Kansas City Chiefs, so you think about it or not, what TD had a point. And it's not just the Bills that need to win this game for divisional purposes. This is also for the Kansas City Chiefs. Because like it or not, they are currently in third place in their respective division. And the Denver Broncos, they ultimately end up playing the Houston Texans on Sunday before the Kansas City Chiefs game. And the Chargers end up playing the Titans. So if the Kansas City Chiefs lose this game, then that puts them in a pretty rough spot as far as sort of momentum of winning the AFC West. Same thing could be said about the Buffalo Bills. Say that the Patriots go out there and beat the Atlanta Falcons. We lose to Kansas City. then that also puts us in a more difficult situation for the division, right? And for seeding in the playoffs. So I think both teams are going to be taking this game very seriously. There was this false moniker going around that Kansas City really didn't take the regular season matchup with Buffalo all too seriously. I don't buy that, but especially this year, I don't buy that. I think that Kansas City is going to be going out there and putting up their best possible performance. And they've been the best offense in the NFL for the past 3 weeks, like number one in all advanced metrics, EPA, DVOA, you name it. They have been the best offense by a significant margin. Like what they do works. They spread the ball around very, very well. Very well spread around with Rashee Rice being back. He has been the lead targeted wide receiver since coming off of IR. So it's hard to predict where they are going with the ball at any given moment. One thing that makes me feel good about this Buffalo Bills defense versus this Kansas City Chiefs offense is Pacheco is out. He hurt his MCL. He was their run game. The next leading rusher on the Kansas City Chiefs was Patrick Mahomes at 250. Yes, you have Kareem Hunt, but he's more of the red zone guy. They have a rookie that they might try and implement and splash. But for the most part, I think that we're going to be looking at a relatively one-dimensional type passing attack. Funny enough, with all of the track stars that they have in their wide receiving room, you would think that running zone is the best possible option. That's not the case. All right. A lot of teams very moronically like to run cover 2 and cover 3 zone against this squad, and Patrick Mahomes completely picks them apart. Have you ever watched the Kansas City Chiefs game before and you see Travis Kelce with not a defender within 15 yards of him deep downfield? Yes, that's because teams are moronically running deep zone, right? Statistically proving this Kansas City Chiefs team is a much worse offense when you run man coverage. Now that we end up having the horses back, you have a Maxwell Harrison who is going to be able to run a bit of off coverage, 9 to 10 yards off of the line of scrimmage. His recovery speed should allow him to at least run stride for stride with some of their burners out there. Have Christian Benford in man coverage as well. The game plan for the Kansas City Chiefs defense, their offense is run man coverage, a lot of cover 1, a lot of cover 2 man. Those are the 2 formations that statistically they are the worst at. That's what I think Sean McDermott's going to do. Like, this defense has been much better when Sean McDermott has taken over play callings, like sort of responsibilities. And I have a good feeling that we have answers for that. Number 2, where it stands, this Buffalo Bills team is the best defensive line with pressure percentage, right? We are going up against an offensive line that has a lot of question marks out on the perimeter. Their left tackle, he's a rookie. He's been struggling. Same thing on the outside. So get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, and that just goes back into man coverage. Make sure you get a spy on him. You're not going to be able to stop him each and every single time, but just ruin a couple of their drives and give the Buffalo Bills more opportunities on the offensive side of the football. As far as the Buffalo Bills are concerned, as far as this defense over in Kansas City, it's funny because a lot of Bills fans have been hoping, right, that adding a new wide receiver would open up everybody else, sort of like what Amari Cooper did for the Bills once he was added. When Dalton Kincaid is healthy on the field, the Buffalo Bills see a 54% increase in efficiency when he's just on the field by himself. He's the guy that opens up everything for you. What Buffalo needs to do is target Khalil Shakir, number 1, because the one position group that the Kansas City Chiefs struggle the most with is Khalil Shakir, or a slot receiver. That is by far their worst matchup all season long. That needs to be a focal point of this offense. Leverage his yards after the catch capabilities, run a lot of bunch sets, create as much traffic as humanly possible to confuse their overall scheme, and have answers for the blitz. Like, people can give crap to the Buffalo Bills offensive line. We're still number 2 in efficiency. It's just on Josh Allen for not calling his protection appropriately. Find the guy that's open, right? Like, utilize Khalil Shakir. Utilize like the Curtis Samuel or the Elijah Moores or even Keon Coleman, right? Like, they're not that good against wide receiver 2s either. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this. I would like to see a lot of 12-man personnel, like utilize both of the tight ends, still try and test their run defense. But I think all in all, with home field advantage, with the fact that Josh Allen always statistically performs well against this Kansas City Chiefs team, I'm going to go with a 31-28 victory for the Buffalo Bills.
Respect.
You're copying my score for the Dolphins or the.
No. It was just top of the dome.
Copy
It's
my
going to be
score,
close,
bro.
but like one thing that's interesting, our kicker found his way on the injury report with a calf injury. So who knows if he's going to be able to play? We might
Really? I picked him up
we
in
might be hitting
fantasy.
the waiver wire. We might be hitting the waiver wire.
Think that
All right,
again,
for the
Rich.
kicker, but we'll see.
Well, that's big information because he is my kicker in one of my leagues. So I got to get a new kicker.
Damn.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah.
breaking
So
news.
he has found his way on the injury report. There's been no mention of him.
Is Borealis a beast?
Like not
Andy
being
Borealis?
available, but yeah.
Well, that is definitely interesting. I think that this game is massive for both teams. I agree. Both teams have 5 wins. They're trying to solidify themselves. The Chiefs are not leading their division. They got 2 teams ahead of them. Like they have to start really winning these games. The Bills are so good at home. The Patriots were the team that were able to end their win streak. I think this is going to be a really close game, and I really do think that it's going to come down to running the football for the Bills, and if the Chiefs can limit the turnovers because they are still turnover prone, even though they always bounce back and start playing better ball. What makes the Chiefs so efficient and they're just so good is they're not unwavered. Like they don't get worried when stuff goes false. Stuff goes crazy all over the place. They know how to stay even keel and to start playing their brand of football. I actually do have the Bills winning. I think that they're going to get a win at home in this game. I really do believe that. I think that they're coming off a little skid, and then now they bounced back last week against a bad team in the Panthers. I mean, not a bad team. They're an average team, the Panthers. And then they're getting their swagger back, and this is their way they can re-solidify themselves as a threat in this whole conference. So I think that, the Chiefs, even if they lose this game, I still have the Chiefs making the playoffs. I mean, I don't really look at this game. It's like whoever wins and whoever loses makes the playoffs and the other team doesn't. But give me the Bills in this game at home.
I love it.
And so, Dan, can you just fill me in on some of these injuries that are going on here for Buffalo real quick in terms of Ed Oliver out for season, Taylor Rapp also out for season?
Yeah, but with Taylor Rapp, him being out is addition by subtraction. Like, no disrespect. He's been like one of our worst tacklers. He's been one of our worst defenders like all season. Yeah.
This is really difficult, man. Like, I wish I could kind of concede this game because I've been so back and forth this week on who I wanted to take, and I just keep looking at the metrics. And you guys are such similar teams. And, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs and you look at the Buffalo Bills. They're both top 10 in points scored and top 10 in points allowed. But the Kansas City Chiefs are better in both categories. They're top 5 in points scored, 214. That ranks 4th. And then points allowed, they're 3rd in the NFL. They've only allowed 131 points. And I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that Taylor Rapp's out of the picture and Cole Bishop isn't exactly a great safety there for you guys. He's had a lot of inconsistencies. Obviously, Ed Oliver being out isn't anything new. That's a guy that's been out for you for a while. And now you just know that you're not getting him back for the remainder of the season. If the Kansas City Chiefs run defense was better, I would have absolutely no issue telling you who was going to win this game. I would say it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Because what we've seen from the Buffalo Bills, one thing that has remained a constant is that when they run the ball effectively and efficiently, they take some of that pressure off of Josh Allen. It feels like that's when they are succeeding offensively. But when you look at their 2 losses against the Patriots, against the Falcons, when they were able to take away that run game and say, you have to beat us through the air, that's when the Buffalo Bills offense was really struggling. And so usually Kansas City has a very good run defense. This year, they're allowing 110 rush yards per game, which ranks 30th in the NFL. They're not good. And so that concerns me. This is going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to come down to the wire. This could go either direction. The Buffalo Bills have won in 2024, 2023, and 2022. If I remember correctly, Dan, the Chiefs have the better overall record all time. Josh Allen against Patrick Mahomes all time against you guys. I think by 1 game in the regular season, they're better than you guys. But over the last few years, you guys have remained the more dominant team. And so, man, I'm really struggling because the Kansas City Chiefs, they've beaten good teams this year. They've played difficult teams. They've played the Lions. They've played the Jags. They've played the Ravens. the Buffalo Bills also haven't beat a good team yet, in my opinion. And so there is that questionable factor. And you guys got back on pace last week, blowing out the Carolina Panthers. That was also a backup quarterback. And so, man, like I could see this game going either way. Do I want to take the hot hand? Like, do I want to take the hot take here, or do I want to go with the safe bet? Damn, I'm still going back and forth.
What do you got, bro?
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Can't believe I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. I don't know why. And I could see the Buffalo Bills winning this game. Obviously, historically, you guys have gotten it all together. But usually the Kansas City Chiefs also start off hotter. And so a loss like this doesn't necessarily affect them. But like Richie said, they're third in the AFC West right now. They need to get rolling a little bit more. And this is the first time we're seeing the Kansas City Chiefs healthy, right? They got Rashee Rice back. They got Hollywood Brown. Tyquan Thornton, do not sleep on him. Former New England Patriots wide receiver. He is top 5 in the NFL in yards per reception, at least 1 or 2 times a game. Patrick Mahomes is laying a bomb to the speedster down the field. Tyquan Thornton ran one of the best 40-yard dashes that we've ever seen all time amongst wide receivers. And there's a lot of speed on that team. And you guys not having your free safety back there and some question marks in that secondary, that certainly does concern me. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be extra motivated in this game. And I'm telling you right now, Dan, do not sleep on Kareem Hunt. You guys, the Buffalo Bills, have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. So although you don't have Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt has showed that he can still be a lead back in this league when need be. And he's going up against a run defense in Buffalo that has proven that they are not very good. And so this thing's going to be a shootout. I don't feel confident about either pick, and I want to make that clear. But I'm gonna take the Kansas City Chiefs in this one to get right. But don't worry, Dan. Don't worry. You'll get them in the postseason, so it'll all make up for it.
We'll get them in the postseason.
You'll get them. It's gonna be switched up. They get you in the regular season, but then you'll get them in the postseason.
I like it.
I like
it. All right, man. We got Parks in the building. Parks, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Kobe, stop lying to these people, man. They losing. Your defense, I'm sorry, Dan, but your cornerbacks, well, with Harrison back, you might can keep up with them speedsters. But I think you're gonna lose, Dan, because of your defense. It won't be because of Josh Allen. It'll be because of your defense. And if you win, it will be because of Josh Allen. I think they're gonna shut down Cooks. Now, I have 2 things to say. Stop, Bills fans, stop walking around here talking about you the kings of this division just because you don't want this division a couple years. You don't have more division titles. You don't have more Super Bowls. Hush with all that. And my last thing, hey, Richie, where's Lowski? I went to church and I told the pastor to pray for him. I don't know where he at. I'm trying to see where he at. Where is he? All that hollering didn't do no justice, huh? And I'm out of here, fellas. Patriots world, Celtics world. I'm out of here.
All right. Lowski's just on a little retreat. That's all. He'll be back.
It's not a bad thing at all. We have Glenn in the building. Glenn, what's going on, man? How you doing?
How you doing tonight?
Good. How about yourself?
Hey, yeah, Miami has a bad run defense, but damn, Buffalo's is worse.
Well, not statistically.
What?
I said not statistically.
Statistically, you're giving up like 150-something yards a game.
We're the second worst run defense in the NFL.
According to EPA.
Oh, yeah. You're giving up point something more than Cincinnati. Oh, my God, less than Cincinnati. Oh, yeah. Hey, it isn't that Atlanta was playing any difference. It's the Bills. It's the Bills that's Jekyll and Hyde. You just don't want to see it. How many points did your defense give you last week?
How many points? We had 3 picks or like 3 turnovers. It's about time.
The 17 points plus a safety, right?
Yep, it's about time.
That's 19 points out of 40. Like I said, your school team only scored 17 or 20 points. This week, your offense has to score more.
Thanks for the call, Glenn.
We have Glenn with the stats, man.
Glenn, he's killing you with the stats. Shout out to Glenn, my man.
Except for their false. Except for their false stats. I love Glenn.
They're Glenn
Oh,
stats.
man. I don't know where Glenn's getting his stats.
Well, guess who's up next? It's our man, King
He's risen.
Lowski.
Wow, back from the dead.
Look at that.
AFC East Roundtable, gentlemen, how are we doing this season?
What's
Top
up,
of the
man?
East,
How you
Loki,
doing?
so I'm feeling very good.
I'm good. I'm at work. I'm at work right now. I heard my name was mentioned, but let's not forget AFC East Roundtable. When that bum Parks team was losing and was trash, he was nowhere to be found for a couple months. So don't mention my name, bum. All right, watch your mouth when you mention me. Okay,
Look, I haven't
so
seen you in a
don't
while.
get it twisted. I'm always watching. I'm like the boogeyman. You mention my name, I show up, bum. All right, don't get it twisted. All right, now you already know it's all about the JETS. Yes. We just taking a downfall right now, but we gonna bounce back, baby. We got our first win.
You've been down for
Congratulations to AG. But hey, Kobe, shut your mouth.
Am I wrong?
Nobody
Yes,
want to
you've
hear
been
from
down
you.
if you're always
And
down.
damn, Memphis, stop smiling. Okay, because y'all some bums and y'all gonna lose to Kansas City. Okay, don't get it twisted. All right, I'm still here. I'm always watching. Yes.
That's my boy, King Lowski, right there, man.
It took Lowski a win to finally show back up.
Nah, you weren't here, Colby.
Well, then I hear
but
what happened. What? We win.
you just left. Parks called in, and
Oh.
Parks called out like, "Hey, yo, Richie, by the way, where's King Lowski been?" I called out like, "Where's King Lowski been?"
He
and
showed
then,
up.
and then King Lowski obviously is watching from work. He heard that, and he's like, "All right, you want me to call in?" He calls in, so I respect that.
My
We
guys had to
missed you,
take a
King
bathroom break.
Lowski. He's out there at work right now.
Grinding,
Parks
Lowski.
says, "Go back to work, Lowski." Oh
that's
man,
good.
nah. Shout out, and hey, I will say, Lowski's got a point. I didn't hear much from Parks last year. Where was Parks last year during the losing? So Lowski's got a point, man. Lowski's got a point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we lost
So-
2 seasons.
So, some fun facts. All right. So, I'm on Twitter right now, and they just ultimately ended up announcing the referee for the Bills and the Chiefs game, and Chiefs fans are crashing out.
Uh-oh.
They said, not this guy. Of course, the Bills get this guy. So, lock it up, baby. 6-2.
So put
Lock it up, brother. Carl
the context
Sheffers.
behind it. Who is
Give me
this-
some
who is he?
calls, baby.
So what? He gives the Buffalo Bills free calls?
So I think the Bills have a winning record with him, and the Chiefs have a losing record with Carl Sheffers.
Is this a fact? Because if it is, I would like to change. if this is true, I would like to change.
Is that
Okay,
really
I'm actually
like?
curious
Is
to see
that
who
a,
the
is that a
Patriots
thing that
have.
people look into? Like,
It
Well,
is a real thing with.
I
especially how
never
bad
like
the
think
refs
of
have
who
been
the
this
ref
year.
is and what's the record that.
Richie, start looking into the refs because
Start
some
looking into
refs
it.
will be more ticky tacky with
So
things.
if you want to see like one dude that is an absolute nightmare, all right, it's Hockley. Sean Hockley he has been officiating like flag happy games all season long. Like, dude takes control of it. Like some people were kind of like questioning, like, so especially with all this FBI stuff going around with the NBA, like he's bad, dude. Like he's bad. He takes control of games. But
He's
yeah,
taking his job too serious.
yeah,
He's taking advantage. He's taking advantage of his job. Just be able to throw some flags.
Well,
Flag
Danny,
hat.
No, it
that
pisses
is
me
the
off too
actual
because you want to
situation.
know why. So these guys are part-time. So
Yeah.
Sean Hockley, like Monday through Friday, he's a financial advisor. A lot of the people are like lawyers, like dentists and shit like that.
How's that even possible, bro?
And so it is what it is.
Their
wonder what
full-time
the NFL
focus
pays.
should be a ref.
Exactly.
That's why a ref stink.
Exactly. Somebody so it was either Zebot or Kevin on the Bills roundtable said this, like sort of like how Supreme Court justices are. Like when they hear a case, what they'll do is write an opinion and then a dissenting opinion. So like what ref should be is literally their full-time occupation where they have press conferences, right? Where they end up like getting like questions and answers on specific calls.
That's the loophole. They don't have to take
Full
answers
game,
because they're not full-time.
Exactly. Full game write-ups of all right, like what did I see during this pass interference? Why didn't I call it? Why was there a 5-minute break right before the people upstairs like so decided to call a flag? Like, who remembers that one play, Lions and Chiefs, where the Lions scored a touchdown and the refs were just talking to each other for like 5 minutes and then a flag went out? Like, yeah.
Same thing happened against Patriots and Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that actually reminds me, I don't know if you know this, Dan, but in the NBA, there's a thing called the last 2 minutes report, or I forgot the name, but basically after the game is up, they go back and they like review critical calls in the last 2 minutes, and they would openly admit when they made a wrong call. Be like, oh, that call on Brunson was called on the floor and it impacted the game. But then after the fact, they're like, that wasn't a call based off of further review, where like the NBA is like open about their mistakes. I wonder if the NFL would ever adopt something like that. Probably not.
Probably
because people will go outraged like, see, I knew that wasn't a flag. That would never happen with the NFL, but that reminded me of that. Let's get into some more super chats. I'm on Dan's side. Buff is NY team. Jets aren't New York. Go KC. It's because none of you guys are from New York like I am. So you don't get it. Up there, I went to college up in near Buffalo. That's not New York to me. The New York City, like that's what it is. The city area. That's what the Jets and the Giants represent. Wherever they're located to play their games, I don't care. They represent the New York City market. I don't know why people don't get it. It's not about physically where they are. They are the New York Jets and New York Giants. They represent New York, Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, Bronx, Staten Island, the city. Up there, it's like Western New York. It's not even New York. They should rename it up there.
One of y'all's got to go, man. We got to stop doing this thing where it's like 5 teams in Florida and the 3 teams in New York. I feel like you need one team representing that certain area. Like, go be like the London Giants or something like that. You know
New York is such a big market that we have 2 teams in every single sport.
Crazy.
You know, we're one of the only markets that have that, which is pretty dope, man.
We got 3 in New York because of Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't see how to count that. I literally don't, man. Like, come on. Upstate New York is beautiful, though. Upstate. Well, if Brockport isn't New York, then Buffalo is not New York, because Brockport is where I went to college, and that's an hour away from Buffalo. So we can play 2 to tango. Now, all jokes aside, man, I love pushing the buttons of you Bills fans. It's fun. Will the streak of not allowing a 50-yard rusher hold up against Bijan? Should be a fun battle regardless.
It'll be a fun battle, but I mean, they did it against James Cook. They did it against Devon A-Chain. They've done it against really good running backs this season. So it's not like they haven't played good running backs before.
JC Stark. Hawk, $5. I'm a Patriots fan, and I want the Bills to beat the Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs. Can't stand the Swifties.
Dude, so like that's my thing is I don't know who I want to win because I hate the Chiefs, but then I also want the Patriots to.
That should be a no-brainer, bro. I mean, like,
you know what I'm saying?
What is your hatred to the Chiefs?
I really hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, but like, what impacts the Patriots should be your most priority right now, not like your emotional hate towards the Chiefs. In my opinion, like you have a chance to win the division. You want the Bills to lose every game.
I just don't want the Chiefs to, win another Super Bowl.
Well, if the Chiefs lose this game, they're still going to make the playoffs, whether it's a wild card.
Oh, yeah, they're going to make the playoffs.
So, like, that's why it's not really, don't read too much into that. It's not like, ooh, the Chiefs lose, they're in risk. They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Fair.
So, but luckily, Dan has really good bets for Thursday night.
Great bets. Some great bets. Folks, you need to take the over on everything Baltimore Ravens related. That much I can tell you. All right. Folks, listen, Sleeper is by and large the best player prop platform on the market today. I'm sure you're familiar with how it works. Just pick 2 to 5 players, accurately predict if they go above and or below their projections, and you could be a big winner. All right. Just signing up and you get $20 completely for free. As long as you use our code RTS, and they'll match 100% of your first deposit all the way up to $100. Guys, we cannot stress this enough. Go on ahead and sign up for Sleeper and let us know your parlays by sending them over to us individually and or on the Roundtable Sports X account. Damn. And plus, look, say, for example, you need some research as well on putting together some of the most conscious sleeper picks humanly possible. We encourage that you sign up for our good friends RotoWire. Folks, RotoWire has the #1 player prop research tool on the market today. They literally give you the locks for over and under on Sleeper each and every single week. So say, for example, you want to take your player prop game to the next level. RotoWire is going to help you do so. Link is in description. 15% off if you use code RTS. Shout out to RotoWire.
Yeah, RotoWire.
Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody tuning into the chat as well, man. TD had the dip, but it's all good. We got a nice Thursday night football. You're going to see plenty of TD tomorrow night. So make sure you guys watch TD live. That's going to be a lot of fun seeing his reaction to that game. But hey, let's get into business. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Much love to everybody. We're going to wrap up the show here. Oh, it's going to feel good to be stress-free this weekend with a bye on my end. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap it up?
Folks, we cannot be more thankful that so many of you make this a part of your Wednesday routine, on Monday and Wednesday routine. We regularly see familiar faces in the chat and don't think that we ever sleep on that. So we really appreciate you guys, because without you, what would this show be? What would this network be? So certainly let yourselves be known that you are a part of our rise in the sports community. And all we ask is you just hit that thumbs up sign and maybe tell a friend or two. So, Colby, what do you got?
And man, like I always like to say, make sure you guys check out the other roundtable accounts here on YouTube, man, because you guys are getting our opinions. But I mean, hey, if you're a Bills fan and you're like, I kind of want to know what the AFC West guys are talking about. What does the Chiefs guy think about this matchup? Make sure you go over to the AFC West roundtable and figure out the other side of that matchup. That's what I like to do. And I like to know, well, what did he say? Patriots. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert, all of those guys picked the Kansas City Chiefs to win. Not a single Buffalo Bills win over there.
You got to go check out the AFC West roundtable right now, Bills Mafia. We need some of you guys in the comments say,
I was a little bit surprised. But guys, make sure you guys go on over to the link in the description box below to check out all of our channels. Of course, we all do live watch parties every single week. Your boy's also giving away 5 New England Patriots rivalry jerseys. 2 winners announced this Sunday, 3 winners announced the following Sunday. So if you want to enter that giveaway, make sure to check out my channel for how to do that.
Let's do it. We appreciate you guys. Much love to everybody. We're out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. One more super chat just came in. Great work, guys. DF forever. You're the man. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the AFC East Roundtable. We'll see you guys next time. We're out. Peace.